What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Zach. Wow! Just 13 days ago, we were at 656 subscribers. And I noticed as of midnight last night, we are now at 657 subscribers. And I can't say thank you all enough for all the comments, the likes, the shares, all of the subscribers. Here with YouTube, this is something that I love doing because I love to be able to interact with everybody. I love to be able to help others. That's one reason that I can stay on this with YouTube is I love to help people. No matter what you go through, you're gonna get through. Some people think there's only one way out. That ain't true. That ain't true at all. No matter what you go through, you're going to get through. And with that said, if there's something on your mind, if that's something on your mind or whatever that may be, tell me. Tell me what you're going through. Or even what you've been through. If that's weighing on your mind, what you've been through is weighing on your mind. Because even the past, unfortunately, can and does sneak up on us all. And it sucks. I've had it happen to me many, many times. And it's like when I tell you what all I go through. It's not to brag. It's not to throw a pity party. It's, what? That was my past. And it sneaks up on me. But I also do that to show you, look, we all go through something rough. We all go through rough times, in other words. And a lot of people think there's no way out of it. I'm here to show you, look, yeah, you go through rough times, but you're going to get through rough times. No matter what that may be. We're all going to go through rough times. But also remember this again. What you go through, you get through. And depending on what that situation or situations is, it might take you a while, I guess is the best way to say it, to get through that situation or situations. When I went through my situations, like I told you about how I've actually never been on dates or relationships because so many females, again, not calling anybody out. I could, but I'm not. Because so many females want to be judgmental. No, not everybody's like that. Not everybody is judgmental. And and I will say this. A lot of people are judgmental because, they see your disability and they think, We can be like this, or we can be like that to that person, and they're not gonna know it. But guess what? We do know it. Just because someone looks, different than you, doesn't make that person any different. They might look different, to you, but that doesn't mean that they're different. It just means that they have to go about things differently. But that way, they got to go about whatever that may be differently, and that's understandable. It's just like me. I was born with spina bifida, and like I said, there's 4 different levels, and mine is what's called level 1, which just affects my balance. And how your spine is curved, my spine is curved the exact opposite of yours, only by a little bit. But like I told you, or tell you what I've been through, that's what I've been through. All the judgments when it came to to dates or relationship, or even working somewhere, because I'm sitting down. Now I get it. There's good people out there. Trust me, there's really good people out there, and I get to know. I know a lot of good people. A lot of good people. Still a lot of good chances I have as far as trying to work somewhere. And I know that for a fact. So, with that said, just because you go through something, that doesn't mean that you're stuck. And I'm here to remind you that you're not stuck. And I'll say this way. People are going to talk about you just because they think they can, And I mean, they can, but still. People, they try to talk about people. Some people talk about other people, just to make themselves feel better, I guess is the best way to say it. So if somebody talks about you, they're just talking about you to make themselves feel better. I mean, like I said, all the hell that I've been through. Like I told you, no, I'm not talking about people just to make to make myself feel better. I'm telling you all of this because it's 100% truth. But with that said, again, always keep that in mind. Some people talk about you just to make themselves feel a hell of a lot better. Or they think they will. But then they don't realize, now I feel like crap. And, well, too late. You did what you did, you said what you said. I hate to say it, but I told you so. And like I said, there's going to be a lot of people that do regret that. But like I said, keep being you. And let nothing or no one hold you back. Again, if you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button. Hope me gets that 1,000 subscribers. I would appreciate that more than you know. Help me turn this into a working paying job. Because I'm doing this strictly because I love to help people. I love to help people. Like I said, that's how I was born and raised, and that's how I'm always gonna be. So again, with that said, let's hit that subscribe button if you would please. I would appreciate it. And to anyone that does subscribe to me, if you comment, if you subscribe to me, leave a comment. If you subscribe to me, that way I can look at that comment and say, "Oh, they subscribed to me. They got a YouTube channel," and then I will subscribe back to you, and also respond to your comment. So again, with that said, keep going, keep being you. I appreciate y'all. Much love, and let's get it.